hot.
Yes. Very hot.
See, that's why I don't like lighters.
You know what? This will. All right, people, welcome back. Here's another week. Still dealing with the coronavirus. Still trying to get in as many miles as possible. But what made this week special is that I was celebrating my 12-year anniversary. I hit about 60 miles this week. That was spread out across 6 days, so I averaged about 10 miles a day. A lot of those miles I did on the treadmill, but also a lot of those miles I did out at Young Middle School track. My closest track, which is Mays High School, that one's been locked down with the school being closed for the coronavirus. With COVID-19 concerns. So this week I've been doing a lot of my runs at Young Middle School, which is just a little bit further down the road. That track doesn't have a gate all the way around it, so it's been pretty open. And as a result, there's been more people out there as well. Normally that track is pretty abandoned, and that's like my backup track. Now it's been my main place to go, and there's a lot of people out there. So that's interesting. Most people are adhering to, the social distancing. I will admit though, one day I went out there and I saw a training group out there. They were doing push-ups, sit-ups, just regular training. And it made me wonder man, I wonder if they all know each other, if they live in the same household, or if they're just whatever about the social distancing rules. I really don't know. Again, on Sunday, I celebrated my 12-year wedding anniversary. I had all these grand plans that involved, fancy restaurants and lounges and rooftop bars and hotel rooms, but that was all before COVID-19 sort of shook and changed the way we were moving in our daily lives. So I had to scale things back a bit. We stayed in the house, made some desserts, celebrated with the boys, and it was great. It still continues to be a situation where we're learning to appreciate family, when we're scaling things down a bit, and I'm feeling more and more grateful each day about things that perhaps I took for granted in the past. On a national scale, things honestly seem to be escalating a bit with this COVID-19 crisis. We're seeing different states start to take stronger and stronger measures, some that exceed even the national measures as far as how to curb the spread of COVID-19. Personally, I've been wondering what's going to happen as states start to take more aggressive actions. I saw an article the other day that said Florida was doing stops for people that were trying to drive in from out of state. They're conducting checkpoints before they're allowing people into the state. So it's just really interesting to see. We obviously know what's going on with New York and Governor Cuomo there, just to see how each state is approaching this thing. And as it progresses, how we might see even travel amongst the states of this country being restricted and different methods being used in different places. So far, my family has avoided the cabin fever sort of syndrome by getting out and staying active. We're still getting out of the house, doing some walking and just allowing the boys opportunity to play outside so that they can get their energy out. We're also playing inside the house as well. There's been lots of board games and things like that, storytelling, book reading, all of those things, again, just bringing life back to the more basic elements. It's been hard following running news. I used to regularly read, Let'sRun.com or Runner's World and track the podcast, but it's just not really anything happening on the professional running scene, so I've definitely felt a bit detached from that. But I'm still getting in my normal running. I'm still, clocking somewhere in that 10 miles a day kind of range. Again, not putting any pressure on myself, no hardcore training, lots of treadmill miles, just enjoying it and keeping up my health, my general fitness, and keeping up something of some sort of base mileage, so that once this thing clears, whenever it clears, I can get back into a more stringent traditional training program. Yeah, so that's it this week. This week's recap is pretty short because there really wasn't that much happening this week. Didn't meet up with any run groups. Got in my mileage still, took my long run off on Sunday, and just still staying at it. So that's it for this week. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.